Hello everyone, I am Soujit Kumar. Welcome to my channel. Today's lecture is on about amoeba and its general feature. So, first of all, we will discuss about amoeba classification. The classification of amoeba. That is, first of all, the domain. Domain is Eukaryota. Phylum Amoebozoa, class Tubulinia, order Tubulinida, family Amoebidae, genus Amoeba, and species Proteus. It is the classification of amoeba. You should memorize it very carefully and memorize very hardly, because it is the, if any kind of change it occur, then it will be wrong. It is the classification of amoeba. Now we will discuss about its habitat and its structure, that is the amoeba. The habitat means where it is found and where it is suitably lived in nature, so that you can find it. First of all, that is the habitat. Amoeba is commonly found on the mud. It is found on the mud, in fresh pond water. Fresh pond water, you can, it is also can be, if you take a sample of water and under the microscope, if you observe, then you can find the amoeba. If you take the collection, if you collect the sample of water from the fresh water of pond nearby you or your house or surrounding, you can find amoeba under the when you observe under the microscope in a fresh pond water, ditches, lakes, pools. In pools also you can find amoeba, etc. It is the habitat where we can find the amoeba, or they are living, where it is lived in nature. Now the structure of amoeba. Under the structure of amoeba, first the shape and size of the amoeba. What is the shape and what is the size of the amoeba? Now we will discuss. That is, amoeba is a unicellular. Unicellular means only one kind of cell is present, and that one kind of cell perform all the essential functions of that animal, of this amoeba. So it is a unicellular. Unicellular means only one cell, and amoeba is made up of only unicellular in single type of cell. So amoeba is a unicellular microscopic animal. Microscopic means it is only you can see under the microscope, you cannot see in naked eyes. Now measures about 250 to 600 micron. It has also measurement, that is 250 to 600 micron in diameter. Now under the microscope it appears as an irregular. Irregular means it do not have a definite shape and size. It is irregular in shape, like in this way. You can see in this way it is irregular in shape. It is irregular in shape. It do not have any definite shape and size. Colorless. Next is colorless. They do not have the color. It is colorless. The cell is colorless of the amoeba. Mass of protoplasm. Mass of protoplasm means it contains the cytoplasm and the nucleus. It is the colorless material. Contain colorless materials and colorless material like nucleus, cytoplasm, they are all are color. They are all together, and cell organelle also included. All that are included in the mass of protoplasm under the protoplasm. Now next is continuously changing its shape by sending out a finger-like projection called pseudopodium. This is the pseudopodium, finger-like projection. So they continuously changing its shape. It is change its shape. You can see it can change its shape by sending out this finger-like projection called pseudopodium. It is the name is pseudopodium. Now next under the structure, that is pseudopodium. Now what is pseudopodium? These are irregular blunt process of the cell body. It is the blunt process of the cell body. It is a cell, the blunt process. It is a blunt process of the cell body. These are variable in size and have the capacity of retraction and relaxation. It has the capacity of retraction and relaxation, and it is variable in size. They do not have a definite size. Variable. It can be small, large, variable. That does not have any definite size. They are the pseudopodium, finger-like projection. Now plasma membrane. Next is the plasma membrane. Now once I will clear the screen. Yes, okay. Now plasma membrane. The plasma membrane, as you know, that it is the covering of the cell. Now what is written there? The amoeba has no cell wall. As the amoeba is not a plant cell, it is an animal, so it does not contain the cell wall. Cell wall is, as you know, that cell wall is made up of cellulose. So it is the animal, so it has the functions or the structure a cell of the animal cell. So cell wall is absent in amoeba. As a cell wall is absent, what is present? That is the body is covered by a thin, delicate membrane called plasma membrane. The membrane which is covered the whole body of the amoeba is a thin, delicate membrane called plasma membrane. Now the membrane is a selective permeable. The membrane, once again I will clear the screen. Now the membrane is a selective permeable membrane. Now selective permeable membrane means the membrane allows only the necessary material to enter inside the cell, and the waste which is produced by the cell are excreted out through the cell. It is happen only this selective permeable membrane. Because of that membrane, because of that, this membrane is known as selective permeable membrane. It allows the important materials to enter the cell and the waste material which is not necessary for the cell to excrete out or thrown out of the cell. So they are selectively permeable membrane. Now next, the fourth point is cytoplasm. Now cytoplasm, that is the pellicle encloses the cytoplasm. The pellicle, this was the thin layer, the pellicle encloses cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a fluidy substance that which is present, which is divisible into two zones. What is the zone? That is ectoplasm and endoplasm. I will also show the photo of that. So first of all, to understand what is cytoplasm, the pellicle encloses the cytoplasm, which is divisible into two zones, that is ectoplasm. Ectoplasm, in ectoplasm, that is a clear, dense, narrow and peripheral, and endoplasm, that is fluid like central zone containing the nucleus. Now I will now show you the image of the amoeba, then you can understand which is ectoplasm and which is and which region is called endoplasm. This is the image of amoeba. You can see this is the ectoplasm. Ecto means the outside, means peripheral, outside the cell, means in the peripheral of the cell. This is ecto. Endo means inside, the central. Now as ectoplasm, it is, you can see clear, it is the yellow color which is highlighted in your, you can see in your skin, it is the highlighted. These are the ectoplasm, okay, and it's clear and dense and is present only in the peripheral of the amoeba. Now endoplasm. Endoplasm, you can see it is the fluidy. You can see the blue light. You can see once again. I will. You can see this blue color in your skin. This is the endoplasm. It is fluid like fluid. The fluid is like substance or fluid. The fluid regions. You can say the fluid region. It is the endoplasm which contain the organelles like mitochondria, then food vacuoles, mitochondria, food vacuoles, nucleus, then contractile vacuoles. These are present in this endoplasm region of the amoeba. This is you can say this is the ectoplasm. These yellow highlighted regions are the ectoplasm, and the blue highlighted regions are the endoplasm, and these endoplasm are fluidy material. And you can see this is the mitochondria. As mitochondria, you know already, it is the powerhouse. Therefore you can see that this is a cell membrane. Ectoplasm also known as cell, it is also the cell membrane. Now food vacuoles, these are these white materials of food vacuoles are digest in this the food is digested. Now contractile vacuole, you can see this is a contractile vacuole. You can and now these are the pseudopods. Pseudopod means pseudopodia. I've said that already. The blunt process or finger like projection. These are the pseudopodia, the pseudopod you can say, and this is the food which is engulfed by the amoeba through the help of a pseudopodium or pseudopods. Okay, now you have understood that which is the ectoplasm and which is the endoplasm. Okay, now last point is about the cell organelle or cellular organelles. That is, a number of organelles are seen under the microscope. When you see and when you observe under the microscope, you can see a numbers of organelles are present, such as contractile vacuoles, food vacuoles, ribosomes, and mitochondria, etc. Food vacuole, you have known, it is which take the food and contain the food when it is engulfed by the amoeba. Contractile vacuole is one of the important vacuoles that as it is present in the water body, we can find the amoeba in the water body. So to control the water level, it is the contractile vacuole is a osmoregulatory. It acts as a osmoregulatory which controls the intracellular intracellular water balance. It controls the intracellular water balance, and as it is osmoregulatory organelle of amoeba, also found in some of the protozoa. So what is the function? You know that it It is a osmoregulatory organelle which control intracellular water balance by accumulating and expelling excess water out of the cell, allowing the cell to survive under hypotonic stress as in pond water. I hope you have understand this about this contractile vacuole, food vacuole, ribosomes. Ribosomes you already know that. Mitochondria also you have already know. It is the powerhouse of the cell. Now this is I already explained the image of amoeba, and I hope you all understand today's lecture. If you have any kind of doubts, you can ask me in the comment box. I will solve your doubt. I will solve your doubts. So if you like today's video, give a like, comment, share with your friends. So we will meet again in the next video. Thank you.